Well, hello there. My name is Katanya Katinuetz, and I work here at Franklin BBQ. I'm in the kitchen right now, about to make the rounds. But in all seriousness, I'm Aaron Franklin. I've been trying to get fired from here for years, and it's just not working for me. But I thought I'd show you guys around. We're here in the kitchen right now, making myself a little Sprodley Doskies for the morning, because it's cold outside. And yeah, let's start here, maybe take a tour, and we'll explore the nether regions and the front-facing aspects of Franklin BBQ. Pretty friendly here at Franklin BBQ, and that's why we always keep cordial cherries in the kitchen. They're really good. These are cherry cola cordial cherries. But, you know, it's like to be nice to people, really. So, leaving the kitchen, we're here in the Smokehouse. We've got these people just loitering, lurking in the shadows over here. I don't know who they are. They don't work here. Anyway, we'll visit more in here later. We're about to load up the briskets. It's about 10:15, so we're kind of starting to stage stuff out. Ribs are already off for the day. And yeah, just kind of resetting the fires and stuff and getting ready for service. So let's go down the stairs, and we will go check out the line and see what's going on out there. Little story. So as we're going out the door, it's wintertime right now. It's kind of chilly outside. Usually all this stuff's open. But if you look at the char on this, we had a fire back in 2017, and we salvaged just a little bit of the wood that was actually sort of salvageable, but we use it on the doors just because, you know, it kind of looks cool, and well, it's a reminder that we should switch to pellet cookers. No, I'm kidding. Super kidding. But it does look kind of neat, though. So it's kind of back of the house. Nothing too special going on here. This is our reefer container. We get about 25 to 30 cases of brisket a day delivered. We get deliveries about 4 or 5 a.m. every day. But anyway, this kind of, it's really a freezer, but we've set it just to cool for quick recovery time. Anywho, gonna make our way over here. Now it is about 10 o'clock right now, 10:15 I guess. And this is our pre-order trailer. So we're doing this a little bit backwards. So once we work around, you'll kind of get some context for it. But if you order online, there's a pre-order, that's a 5-pound minimum, right? Yeah, 5-pound minimum. Get online, order, come up here, kind of skip the line, but it's for like big parties and birthday parties and hanging out, bachelor parties, any kind of party, really. Or if you just can eat 5 pounds of meat, that's fine too. Anyway, this is pre-order trailer though. The grease collection. Ah, love this stuff. Thank you. We used to have a taco trailer here. The pandemic killed it. We didn't reopen after that. But now, if you get an order, there's some like overflow seating and stuff like that out here. So, kind of nice. It's pretty on a good day. I will also say the line's pretty short today. And that's kind of a cool thing. Like right now it's our slow season because it's the winter, as they call it. So if you're ever like, oh, I can't get in line there, they're way too long. Alas, my good friends, you can, and it's called wintertime. And I'm gonna start to whisper here, but this is the line. It gets pretty tricky out there sometimes. We're gonna get through it, but I thought I was dead for sure. The line kind of takes care of itself. It's like, you know, share some beers, get some breakfast tacos, hang out, make some friends. It's pure magic. We don't do much to manage this line. It kind of does itself. But anyway, let's go explore. Maybe we'll meet some nice people, some good friends. Good mornings.
Hello, sir.
How are y'all doing?
Good, you?
Man, another day at the office. What's shaking with you guys?
Came in from Canada.
Oh man, so you're not wearing flip-flops and shorts?
No, I came prepared. I looked ahead.
Yeah, all right. Figured like being from Canada, be like, oh man, it's burning. They're burning up down there. It's like summertime. So.
Well, it was all right yesterday when it warmed up.
Yeah.
Around noon.
I never really noticed this until this winter, but man, we've had so many Canadians coming through here. They're like, oh, it's so cold up there. It's like, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, getting away from the minus 20.
Yeah, it's like we're your Florida.
That's right.
I like your sweatshirt.
Oh man, Amoeba, best record store ever.
That's right. So over there again.
Nice, nice. Heck yeah. Well, thank y'all for hanging out. Everybody doing good out here? Literally cold chilling? Nice, nice, nice. Oh, hello,
How's it going?
Taylor. This is Taylor, our little line person.
Hi.
Friendliest person known to man. I'm gonna hand this off, and I'm gonna go inside and do some stuff.
Warm up.
You
Are you
look-
going
you
to stand
look
by
good
the
in
smokers?
microphone.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
you.
We'll have fun with
All
that.
right, thank you. Hi, guys. How are ya? My friend, I'm good. You came prepared. Yeah. Are you guys with them too? You're friends now. The line has a way of doing that. It brings people together. I've seen people meet in line and then get married later. Isn't that funny? You'll see something like that. You are? Congratulations. I love that. Right now, it's awesome. Well, what are you guys thinking you're gonna get? Do you know? Do you want some help? I have very high hopes for you. I think you'll be just fine. Tallies of all the meat that we're going to get today. So we've got the brisket, pork ribs, pulled pork, turkey, house sausage, and jalapeno cheddar sausage. And then today we have beef ribs too. So we go down the line and ask everybody about how much they're thinking about ordering. It's kind of like reserving the meat for themselves. So it doesn't have to be exact, but just so that we know when we're gonna run out of.
So the thing is, almost every morning, the doors open at 10:59. Reason for that is, door opens, people have about 1 minute to get to the counter because the idea is that you're ordering your food at 11 o'clock on the dot. So if I'm here, I usually come up and start staring at my phone awkwardly. And I start pacing, and I continue to pace. You ready for this? Let me out! Y'all ready? Heck yeah. Long time no see, guys. Feel like we're besties now. Hook around there and Kelsey will get to cutting. Guten mornings. Glad we sort of have a heater in here. Little bit. It barely works. How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for having us.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks for being had. How you doing today?
Fine. How are you?
Excellent. What's shaking, man? How are you? Good mornings. Yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. Hello, hello. Gosh, everybody seems so happy today. It's like you guys are gonna get fed or something. Sold out. It's like we were bred to do this job. It's terrible. My dad jokes are not good. They're not good. Jeez. Well, that's really cool. We're excited to have you guys. Kelsey's been talking about y'all all morning. She's like, I just can't wait to open the door so I can slice some meat for these guys. It's okay, you know, we use a lot of salt and yeah, salt and pepper and some other stuff. We marinate in unicorn blood. So this may come as a surprise as I'm getting closer and closer to the camera. So you stand in line, you show up, you hang out. You're like, oh, what do I gotta do to get into that place? Really, all you have to do is show up. It's really simple. But kind of hang out, make some friends, have a cold beverage or perhaps a hot beverage if it's early. That would be coffee. But when you come up to the line, you'll see how we do everything, and it's kind of like German meat market style. It's been done this way for years. We'll be 15 this year, and people were doing it for a real long time before we came along. But you kind of get to the counter and you're like, oh, give me a rib, give me a slice of this. Oh man, that looks good. And we'll put little snacks up on the board and chit chat. And you know, we want to know if little Timmy's got his braces pulled off. We want to know how grandma's doing. You know, if mom's a little under the weather, throw an extra half-pound of brisket in there to take home, all that kind of stuff. So this is really, you know, like that position was kind of like designed for me, you know, because I would just get up there, cut every lunch and like chit chat. So everything, like the height of the counter, the angle of the counter is like measured off like my body and like where I like to work and how I like to lean over and cut and stuff like that. So it's really, you know, and of course I built all this stuff, so it was real easy to do that for myself. But yeah, the whole thing, you know, you get in, you cut everything, chit chat a bit, pay, high fives and stuff. But really the goal is like, you know, you get there, you wait for a while, and it's like, we talk, like we hang out. It's not like we're just shoveling out meat. It's like, all right, blah, 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 get out of here. Like, we want to hang out. We want to make friends with you guys. And that's really what this place is designed for. Also, a cool thing about the cutter is that kind of controls the flow of the restaurant, right? So you're dealing with, you know, cutting stuff, talking to people, but you're also looking at the seats. So, you know, we've only got 37 seats in the restaurant. It's not very big at all. And we cook about 120 briskets a day, so we got to get all this food out, but we don't want to rush people. So say, for example, the dining room's full, maybe we'll slow down service just a little bit to let some, you know, tables clear out to make some room because we don't want people standing around. Or we can speed it up. If, you know, the line's super long, we can cut a little bit faster. My work day also, as Catania Continuits, you know, I work downstairs, which we'll take a look at more of the behind the scenes stuff here in a minute. But I'll kind of come up here, open the door, make the rounds, high five, bust some tables, chit chat, go downstairs, do some emails, come back up here and just kind of bounce back and forth. Yeah, we're waiting on tables to get filled up. I'm gonna go do some emails, but I'll show you guys the office in the meantime. Whew, man, what a trek to get down to the office. We don't have a lot of room left on this property, so we kind of have to squeeze in where we can. But this is the office. We have computers, mother brain for the entire operation, besides our real office that's around the corner in another building. Anyway, yeah, so this is where our POS stuff happens. A lot of people ask what the secret ingredient is, and I mean, everybody knows by now, geez. But really, we burn Girl Scout cookies with post oak, and that's how we get that. So we get that left, you see. But yeah, lots of Girl Scout cookies. Refrigerator. And then this is my office. And boy, is it junky. Like any restaurant guy stuff. A lot of bottles, a lot of books, stock pots, heat lamps, beer samples that I'll never get to, backup trays, all the stuff. But nothing too interesting going on back here. It's an exotic life we live. Alas, we're here again in the Smokehouse. Kind of my path for a work day is just kind of making the rounds, making circles. Just like, time to make the donuts again. But anyway, kind of doing some stuff. It's pretty chill. This is kind of, once the door opens, we wait for the tables to kind of fill up. And then when that first turn happens, we start doing pit tours. So this is kind of our quiet time. This is when we reset the Smokehouse, get the briskets on, get the fire stable, get everything kind of cleaned up. And then probably about 11:30ish, guests will start coming in here for like pit tours and hanging out and asking questions. And, we got a bunch of pretty awesome people that are really great at talking to everybody and, do some Q&A, whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. But anyway, a couple weird little tidbits about the Smokehouse. This is actually the second Smokehouse we've had. The first one burned down in a nasty fire. Yeah, it burned down. Anyway, who thought it would be a good idea to frame a smokehouse with wood? Well, no one said anyone ever, but we did it a second time, and we have this wood frame smokehouse. But a couple of design changes on this one is that we have a single plane ceiling, which is kind of cool, because the other one, was just a normal kind of hip roof, I guess. But we don't have any fans in here, so we have this natural ventilation up top. It's called the clear story. But the idea is that it's naturally ventilated, so with a single plane roof, we can actually get air in here, and it kind of venturis the hot air and the smoke out of here. So like right now, we're filling with pits, getting the fires going, but it's not even smoky in here, and it's not loud either. There are no vent fans. Which is really cool because you can hear the fires crack. You can hear kind of like all the context clues for how things are burning and how things are working. Big old stack of post oak over there. We go through about 6 cords a week, which is a pretty insane amount of firewood. I forget what the hard number is, but to burn each one of these smokers for 1 hour costs $33.26, if I remember, firewood. So we've got it down because that factors into cost of goods and all the stuff you have to figure out, which is stuff that you don't think about when you pay $30-something for a pound of brisket. It's like what it took to get there. But that factors in for sure. Anyway, but this is it. Let's go check out the sausage situation. I never saw such a cool walk-in. This is where we make the sausage. Hello, hello. How are you? So this is it. We've got a grinder, because we're Judas Priest fans. We've got our little lucky linker. We've got this guy, Travis, our other lucky linker. And we're just kind of doing stuff. Nothing too special going on in here. And ooh, grinder parts, ready to go to the wash. This is also where we take our breaks and eat lunch sometimes. So oh, hey, look, back in the Smokehouse. So if you've ever been here, you'll know this, and if you haven't, you're about to learn it. Franklin BBQ has a really challenging topography. We're up on the side of a hill, so it kind of drops down. And where we built the Smokehouse used to be a parking lot underneath us. But the problem was that the building was too high, so we couldn't just like go downstairs to bring meat and stuff like that. So, to my knowledge, this is the only second story smokehouse, that I've ever seen, at least. But it is above ground, and we store things underneath, which we'll take a look at that. But that also created the problem that we had to get stuff up and down constantly. So we have a freight elevator just to get like meat, and kind of the way the path works in here is that like in the mornings, you show up about midnight for a rib shift, bring stuff up, do ribs, do your stuff, get this, and by the time you're about to wrap ribs, that cook is over here, the kitchen's already reset, and the prep guys show up about 6 a.m. and then meat lugs start coming up here that we trimmed that are held in a cooler down here. They come up, do a secondary trim, get seasoned, and then when they go out, the new stuff comes in for the primary trim for the next day's batch. So it's like kind of a big Tetris game. It's like one little piece, it's always kind of moving around. It's like one of those puzzles where you can only move one thing at a time. But this elevator gets a lot of action. So during lunch, meat's not really coming back up. It's starting to go down to get reset and weighed out in meat lugs in the 2 coolers. But then trash goes out here and then all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of a big path for the smokehouse. But we try to organize everything where it's pretty open and clear during lunch. In the afternoon, it gets real busy again. Anyway, let's head back this way. This is our very own custom-made mop sink, so we can scrub our grates every Sunday. Anyway, we're back down here. Again, second time we've been here, but the nether regions. Let's take a gander this way. This is the kind of stuff that nobody ever gets to see. I hope it's clean. This is our kind of like catwalk, you know, from the elevator to the to-go trailer, to the t-shirt thing, to the reefer, all that stuff. This is also our loading dock. These gates open up, and this is where we get our wood deliveries in every Monday while we're closed, and they go this way. Now, we're really good at knowing what we use. So right now, this is all pretty empty because it's Saturday, right? So we've only got 1 pallet of wood, and each pallet is about 1/3-ish of a cord. So come Monday afternoon, this whole thing will be filled with firewood, and that's the week's supply. We'll get through it, and then by the time next Saturday, Sunday rolls around, we'll be down again. It's kind of where we store like speed racks and stuff, all these kinds of things. Upstairs, after our first trim of brisket for the next day's food, everything goes down here, and then we do meat lugs, and everything's weighed out. This is where poultry lives. This is just kind of our other cooler. Elevator, beverage cooler for the line stuff. This is our freezer for gel packs for Gold Belly orders. And this is our dry storage. We're not gonna look in there though. Let's take a look at the to-go trailer. Now I will say there's no money in brisket because it's really expensive, but we sell a lot of t-shirts. This is kind of fun little territory. This is a 20-foot shipping container just for merch and little portion cups. But these are all the t-shirts, all organized, we restock. This is not where all the merch lives. We keep a lot at our shop down in South Austin also. But this is just kind of like our daily, needs here. And weekly stuff too. But anyway, koozies, trays, to-go boxes, all that stuff. Nothing too exciting here. Ah. Let's see, more back of the house stuff. Yeah, so this used to be, now we call this the cancer den. Long story, but it holds phase converters in there, so there's a lot of stuff going on in there. It gets real hot, your insides get warm. And I know that because it used to be my office. And I would sit at my desk and be like, I think I need to get a EMF reader. It's like, oh, there's either an apparition or it is not a safe place to be. I also ate a lot of paint chips as a kid, so I wasn't too worried about it. But anyway, so this, initially I built this when we were in the trailer about 13 years ago. And I built it just wide enough that I could fit on a flatbed trailer. Yeah, so it was dry storage at the trailer. We outgrew it. As you can see, we've gotten a little bit bigger than we used to be. When we were in the trailer, we started off cooking 3 briskets on Saturdays, 2 during the week, and then I think when we left the trailer in March of 2011, I suppose, I think we were cooking 24 briskets a day, but now we're 120, so things have changed, and our dry storage needs have also changed. But anyway, blah, 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 going on there. It's a deep freezer for more gel packs for Gold Bellies. This is another shipping container. that holds Gold Belly boxes and sauce and beer and all that kind of stuff. So every Monday, with Gold Belly, it's like a third-party shipping brisket thingy. But we pack them up here, and since we're so busy all the time, we don't really have like smoker space or any of that stuff. So we do 120 briskets a week with Gold Belly because that's all we can fit in one cook. So if we really get in a pickle, we can do a Sunday night cook because we're closed on Sundays. So since we're closed on Mondays, Sunday night cook closed, yeah. So since we're closed on Mondays, we load up all this stuff over the weekends and then just service all the Gold Belly orders out of this trailer, which is also our to-go trailer. Hello, hello. How's Carla doing today?
Good, thank you.
Nothing special here, but if you do order an order online, and I hope you do, this is where you'll come and you show up, give us your name, all that stuff, check in, we'll cut the food, and that's about it, really. Guys are so quiet in here, so quiet.
The song just turned on.
No, I mean, it's the first time I've not heard Austin flapping his gums with dad jokes. Anyway, it's Austin. He's the fellow that makes us laugh all the time. Got all the jokes. Yeah, I feel like this is like our underground lair of the barbecue underworld, Franklin barbecue underworld. This is our break table. This is one of the first picnic tables. No, I take it back. Somebody threw that one away. This is a replacement. Anyway, this is kind of where we do like work meetings. It's about the only quiet spot there is when we're up there working and stuff. Yeah. Break table. Kind of made the rounds. Usually instead of going around giving a tour of the place, I would be back there doing emails, with a little hat on, smoking a cigarette, with paper, ding, doing stuff like that. But come up here, kind of hang out, so I'm gonna go chit chat a bit. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you have any questions or we didn't cover anything, ask Kevin at Kevin's Barbecue Joints.